Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shaun, I'm the Chief Exec here at Newbury. And I'm with our Clerk of the Course, George Hill, and I thought I'd join him in his office today. And we thought it would be a fantastic opportunity just to reflect on what a brilliant flat season we've had here. 17 meetings already with 2 to go. George, thank you for inviting me into your office.
Welcome.
Yeah, hopefully the rain's going to be okay. Let's take ourselves back to April, beginning of the year, and we always start off well with our famous Greenham meeting and race, and I think it set the tone for a great year, didn't it?
Yeah, obviously going back to April seems like a long time ago now, but we've obviously had a busy season. 17 meetings, as you mentioned. We've actually been watering the track since March, and
well, we'll talk about the weather a little bit later on, but yeah, sorry, carry on.
We ended up watering for the Greenham Stakes in April. It was early this year, 11th of April, and the winner, of course, was John Quill for the Andrew Balding Yard and the Juddmonte team, and
Andrew had a good day, didn't he, that day?
It was, yeah. Andrew ended up with 4 winners that day, which was a great effort for a local trainer here. He supports us well. Yeah, it ended up being a great day, a great weather. Ground wasn't too slow or anything like that, so we ended up Andrew with 4 winners, and really kind of set the tone for the rest of the season.
Quite right too. But little did we know how the weather was going to play such a big part. But of course, as soon as we start, we get straight onto our main event, and May comes along and we reach our Group 1 stakes, the Lockinge, which are obviously in partnership with Whirlpool, which is a really important part of our programme here at Newbury. But the Lockinge itself was a fantastic day overall, but that race was a good looking race, wasn't it? Probably the best mile race of the season so far. I know it was early, but it was an absolute corker, wasn't it?
It was obviously the first Group 1 over a mile for all the horses of the season, as it traditionally is now. 8 runners. It was a complete wide open race. We had last year's Irish and 2000 Guineas winner in Notable Speech and Mesallion lineup, and the market, even the betting market, couldn't really separate any of the first 4 in the market. They were very competitive renewal. And in terms of the winner, lead artist, again for the Greenham for the Juddmonte team, this time for John and Teddy Gosden. That kind of came in under the radar. Yep. Oisin Murphy gave it a fantastic ride, and if you actually look at the time of the race, 1 minute 35 seconds, we were good to firm ground, yep. Quick ground, fast time, no real excuses really for the rest of them. If you look at the horses in behind, that were in behind it, Dancing Gemini for Roger Teal, unlucky, just a short head in behind second, and then going on to the third, obviously Mesallion. And then Notable Speech in 4th, and if even going back down to 6th place, you've got Fallen Angel, and you know the last three runs have been Group 1.
But of course, we then get into our summer series, and here at Newbury we have a brilliant evening series. Particularly, we bring 3 particular themes. We do a 70s evening, we do a Wild West, and we do an Ibiza party, and it's really captured the imagination of some of our local visitors and racegoers, and we got such fantastic feedback. But of course, there's always good racing as well, and I'm reminded of that great day that Johnny Portman had here with us.
Yeah, 10th of July, one of the second of our Thursday evenings, as you say. He had a fantastic 3 winners there, and Rob Hornby had a 4-timer on the evening as well.
But racing up towards the line, Brisk Symphony was always prominent and wins easily. Racing up towards the line, Thunderous Love, diving lane was Rage of Thunder. There's been an abundance of winners for Rob Hornby tonight, and he wins to make it a 4-timer.
So, again, local support, Lambourne trainers, it was brilliant. It was his first treble as a trainer, and Rob Hornby's first 4-timer as well. So some great
Yeah, that was a really special occasion. I mean, I remember chatting to Johnny and his wife, and just an incredible occasion overall. And and that's some of the stories you get here at Newbury. You really do get some fantastic stories and narrative that builds over the course of a season. But of course, it's been a big summer otherwise as well. We did a number of our party in the paddock events where we have our after racing concerts, and I mean, this year actually was the biggest summer of music that we've ever done. But we always keep focused on the racing, and as you get into the sort of the middle to, you know, the heart of the summer, if you like, we start to talk about the super sprint and also the Hungerford as well, and another two classic races, especially. I mean, the super sprint, I think, was 30th year. I think that's been sponsored by Weatherby.
Yeah,
but always a brilliant race.
Yeah, always a Weatherby super sprint. Say over 30 years it's been going now, and it always attracts obviously a large field, a £250,000 pot, and a lot of people want to try to get hold of that. It was the first two home, very little separated them. And then on this Weatherby Super Sprint Day as well, we had the Hackwood Stakes, and we had Rage of Bambi for Steve Johnson Aughton and her team and Sam Hoskins. So again, she did really well, and then came back and ran in the Hungerford as well.
Yeah, no, he's had a great year, I think, overall, and certainly had some success here. And as we move on, interestingly, we get to one of our longest, well, in fact, our longest standing sponsor, the Hinds Clerk race, which great history, 45 years that Nick Clerk has been involved in that race with us here, and another corker as well this year for that race.
Yeah, obviously, Nick loves that race. He's been a great supporter. It obviously started out as a conditions race a couple of years ago. It got changed to a novice, a Class 2 novice stakes, and this year we reverted back to the traditional condition stakes, and I think you could tell definitely the support and the quality of horses this year was there to be seen, and the first two homes certainly look quite smart, and it'd be very interesting to see how they progress into their trio career next season.
Quite right. Of course, another big race at that time of year is our Mill Reef Group 2, Mill Reef Stakes. I think it's one of the only times it rained, if my memory serves me. I remember standing out watching that race. But for this year, that race had it was particularly special for us, wasn't it, with the Mill Reef bonus, for example?
It was, yeah. So obviously this year we introduced a £50,000 Mill Reef bonus designed for any horse that won a 2-year-old race here at Newbury during the season, and then if they went on to win the Mill Reef, the owner and trainer would get that £50,000 bonus. And the first two home, Words of Truth, ended up the eventual winner of the Mill Reef. But obviously, if we look back at the time, we had the Jim Boyle trained into the sky. It was a 7.5 length maiden winner here at the end of August, supplemented 5 days out for the Mill Reef. Great excitement, and looked all bar the winner, bar the line, really. Again, a son of Starman for Jim Boyle. He's got a really nice horse to look forward to next year, and he just missed out on the £50,000 bonus, but hopefully we'll see him back here next April for the Greenham.
Yeah, no, that was another one of those great stories, really, and certainly one that we were all really excited about here at the racecourse. So we're nearly there. I mean, really, after September we head into our final flat meeting, which we do in partnership with Oktoberfest with local partners Renegade Brewery. It's going to be a really good couple of days as well. I'm not sure it's going to be quite as warm as it has been for most of the summer, but certainly the spirits are going to be warm. And of course, we've got the Horace Hill and the St Simon to look forward to as well on the track.
Our two Group 3s on the Saturday. You mentioned the Horace Hill, 2-year-old race over 7 furlongs. We've had some nice horses win that over the years. Traditionally, it's run on quite soft or heavy ground. Quite often, you see the Horace Hill horses, they tend to come back and run in the Greenham the following season, and I suppose the last kind of double winner of that, Mahathir, who won the Horace Hill in 2018, he went on to win the Greenham then.
Yeah, no, I think we do have some we have some great 2-year-old winners here, and they do go on to greatness. And I think there's, you know, people have commented to me about we become a kind of proving ground for future champions, don't we?
Yeah, we're quite fortunate. Look, we obviously have a lovely track here. The trainers like to support their nicer horses here in our maidens and novice. And if you look back throughout the season, we've had recently we've had Wise Approach, who won the ITM Rose Bowl Stakes here, listed race back in July, went on to win the Group 1 Middle Park. And then last weekend we had Go On, Andrew Balding's horse, who won a maiden here back in August. And Caldine actually ended up won that race 3 or 4 years ago, went on to win the Dewhurst, and then went on to win the 2000 Guineas. So some great horses that have ran here and have since proven themselves to go on
greatness. But look, we had a great summer of weather. The crowds loved it. You know, I think it really did help racing overall, and certainly here at Newbury, we enjoyed some really good crowds, and obviously the weather was very helpful. But you know, that unusually warm and dry summer, which was great on that side of the course, wasn't always the same story on the racetrack, was it, George?
Yeah, it was obviously, look, secretly I think we actually, myself and the grounds team, we actually quite enjoyed it. However, when you're enjoying the sunshine and the heat throughout the summer, it also brings us challenges of irrigation, and there's obviously irrigation and watering has been a hot topic throughout the year. As I say, we've been watering since March every single month. One good thing, I suppose, we've kind of been in control of it. When the weather's set fair, it's up to me and the team to produce the best and safest racing surface we can. So in a way, it's been, with the weather kind of set fair most of the way through the first 17 meetings of the year, it's been in our control, and we've been able to enjoy a bit of sunshine as well.
Yeah, I know we've had some interesting chats about what we were going to do with the weather, and you know, the team have done a fantastic job. And it's interesting, if you look at our website, you know, we've got quite a detailed area on there around going, which we update regularly. There's live links to our weather station, all of the information regarding the irrigation, the amount of water that we're putting down. It's all there for everyone to see. And George, you know, you do a great job in keeping owners and trainers informed as well. And you know, I think in the circumstances, it's been a great accomplishment throughout the year. Now, we couldn't reflect on what's been a great great flat season, forgive me, without looking forward to our jump season, which is just around the corner. And before we know it, we're at the main event again, the Coral Gold Cup. What are you looking forward to this year about that?
Yeah, obviously November, start of the jumps for us. So I think we got 12 days to turn around for flat racing, which is a busy old time for the team. But I suppose looking forward to the season opener, the 6th of November, not that long away. We get going then, and then it's quickly followed by the Coral Gallops morning, our media press day that we hold here 10 days before the Coral Gold Cup meeting. And actually, the last 2 years that we've run it, the eventual Coral Gold Cup winner has galloped that morning. So there's a bit of pressure on to try to make it 3 in a row now. But
and those sort of impromptu events, they're proving to be more and more popular, aren't they? We're getting more and more people coming up to watch the horses run on the track. And as you say, we've had some great horses come up over the year.
Definitely, and obviously, like, annual members are the biggest supporters really of the race course. You know, they love attending it. You see, you've got a nice lineup of horses turn up, and it really just kind of gets everything going. Really, you're 10 days out, and it gives people a flavour of what's to come and the following weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Well, look, thanks so much for all the work you and the team have done. You know, you've seen it's a great flat season. We've got 2 more races to go, and then we're straight into the jumps. But I'll let you get back to work on the track here. And look, that's it. That's a quick reflection on our flat season this year. So a big thank you really to everyone that's joined us over the summer here at Newbury. We've had some fantastic crowds, so if you've been one of those, thanks so much for coming along. Also a big thank you to all of the owners, jockeys and trainers that have chosen to run their horses with us here at Newbury as well. You know, we are nothing but the stars that ply their trade on the track here on every race day. So we're grateful to have such brilliant local and national support as well. And that's it. And the final thing for me to say is that we can't do any of this without the partners and sponsors that team up with us every year and on the race days. The boards that you will see around the track and scattered around the place, they're critical partners to us. And so a huge, massive thanks to all of our partners and sponsors that have been with us during the summer. We're looking forward to a great jump season. And of course, we'll be back on the flat before you know it next year. Thanks very much, George. Thanks very much.
Thank you.